In real world, it might be possible when we have a number of jobs or tasks to perform and we don't have enough resources. For example, there may be a case when a job is running for a long time and it consumes all the resources we have. In this case, all other jobs have to wait for the resources to allocate it. And this is a common scenario. So either we can increase resources or we can use resources of other machines. We can say that we are distributing our jobs to perform or execute on multiple machines. In this architecture, machine on which Jenkins is installed is known as master node, and other machines are called as slave nodes. Jenkins distribute jobs or Jenkins distribute job cloud can be configured using two methods based on resource allocation. First one is static, creating nodes statically, and another is creating nodes or resources dynamically. Here, static means that we can create slave nodes permanently and resources will be there either they are used or not. It is not a cost effective way in matter of currency, whereas in dynamic resource allocation, slave nodes will be created whenever they are needed. If we need if we need not a resource anymore, then node will be deleted automatically. Here we are going to create resources statically. I have installed an OS in my VirtualBox and we will use it as slave node. You can use as many as nodes you required. First of all, let me start my Jenkins service. You can use service Jenkins start command to start your Jenkins, and let me check the status. Here you can see the Jenkins service is running. To connect master node to slave, we will use SSH, and let me first log into my Jenkins. So Jenkins service by default run on port 8080, and my username is admin, and by default when you create a node there are two options: launch agent to connecting it to master, and there is another launch agent via execution of command on the master. But we are going to use SSH to connect our master node with slave nodes. So to do this we will install SSH plugin. So you can go to manage Jenkins, and manage plugins, and available, and here you can search for SSH. To save our time, I already installed these plugins. The plugin name is SSH agent plugin, and another is SSH build agent plugin. Let me search here. I already installed those plugins, so here they are not listed. So those plugins are listed here. The plugin name is SSH agent plugin and SSH build agent plugin. So now we will create our slave node. So to create a slave node, you can go to manage Jenkins, manage nodes and clouds, and here you can create your node. Click on new node and your node name. Let me type OS 2 and permanent node. Okay, here are number of executors. I type it 1. Remote root directory, it will be the directory in your slave node. So let me start my VirtualBox. We are going to use this machine as a slave node and we will use its resources. Let me create the direct name, project data. The directory is empty and here is my present working directory. I am going to use this directory path here. So the remote root directory is /home share project data. I am going to use a label name OS2, or you can use another name like your staging or production or testing, whatever you want. So it can be any name according to your requirement. So I am going to use OS2. The launch method I am going to use launch agent via SSH. So my host name is this shape. Sorry, the host name is the IP address. So let me check the IP address. So here it is 192.168.99.113. And credentials you can add from here. Oh, I already added. And non-verifying verification strategy and save. Launch agent, it's showing SSH authentication successful. It also showing a message Java not found. Basically Jenkins worked uh, on top of Java, and the agent we are going to use is also worked on top of Java. So we have to install Java in our node machine also. So let me go to it. Now it's showing promoting version 4.2. And agent successfully connected and online. Here we can check the status also. It's showing online. And there is my previous, it's showing offline. So I'm disabled this. Now we can configure our jobs. So let me create a job. Type a name. Slave 1. There is another job. Test slave. Configure. It will create a sample test file. Nothing big deal. Now let me create a new job to make it clear. Test slave 2. Let me do test. So let me quickly build both of the jobs. Job 1, it's running on master, and while master is busy I click on job 2, and job 2 is running at OS2. It is our slave node. So let me go to this, and if we check the console output, it is showing that it is running on OS2, which is our slave node. And if I go to our test slave 1 and console output, it's showing that it is built on master node. So here it is. And also let me check whether this file is created under this directory or not. So workspace ll, let me go to ll workspace test slave, and here it is, the index.txt file is created.